Welcome to Comic Strip Building Backgrounds. There are two ways to create a comic strip background. The first is to use a whole image. The second is a layered depiction that you will build. Let's start with the first one. The first thing that we are going to want to do is title our presentation. My comic strip. Then we're going to start on a background. So I like to start with a clear background. So I'm going to add a new slide, blank. Then I'm going to delete that first one. The first method is a whole image background. So we want to click on Background, choose Image. If you have an image already saved in your Google Drive, you can use that by going to Google Drive. Most of the time, we're going to start with a new image search. Let's say I wanted a schoolyard. I'm going to choose this one and insert. It will fill the whole scene of your comic strip, and you can layer on top of it. Let's do it again. Add blank. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add a background and choose an image. It opens the ones that I had previously. I'm this time going to look for a street. Now, these all look like photo images. If I want it to be more comic strip-like or hand-drawn, I might add the word clip art. I'm going to select this one. I think it'll be less distracting and able to add in front of it. And there we are, having completed a background whole image. Next, let's look at how to build a layered background. Once again, add a blank slide. I'm going to insert image, search the web. This time I'm going to look for a fence line. I might add transparent to a lot of my keyword searches. This is the one I want. I can either click the insert or drag it right in. Now I'm going to resize to fit my slide. Stretch it out. Next, I want to add some grass. So what I can do, I can add a shape and build it on. Change my fill color to a dark green and see how that looks. One thing you want to make sure you check is if you want a border or not. So click on border color and select transparent. But if I don't want a straight line, I may want to go look for some grass. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to type in grass and transparent. I'm going to pick the image I want and select insert. And we can layer this on top. This is a little awkward since you can see the blue outline. I'm going to double click to crop it. Just going to bring down those black corners just to make it a little more reasonable. Bring up the bottom to the bottom of the grass and then click enter. Then I'm moving just the grass. I have a little gap here, so I'm just going to draw this side out. And there's the start of a layered background. Let's try it again. Add a new slide, blank. This time, let's imagine a room. So I'm going to pick a shape of a rectangle, fill it in, pick my fill color. Let's go with a green. And I want to add a flooring treatment. So I'm going to insert, image, search the web. This time I'm going to look at tile. That isn't quite what I was looking for. Let's add some more detail. Let's look at floor tile. Let's try this one and insert. Let's reduce the size. Let's see how it looks. Now I'm not so happy with the perspective of this tile, so let's keep looking. So I'm going to keep going. I like this one, so I'm going to click, press delete, and drag this new tile in. I think that'll work much better. I'm just going to reduce the size and stretch it out. Get a little more narrow. Just drag it to the edge. There we go. It's a lot of floor and not a lot of wall space. So I'm going to click and just bring it down. There we go. Let's try one more. Add a blank. This one, let's do a street view. So once again, I'm going to start with a shape of a rectangle and build my sky. So select blue, maybe this one, nice and pale. I do not want an outline, so I'm going to select border outline and transparent. Next, I want a street. So same shape, rectangle. And I'm going to fill it black. I think I'm going to have a sidewalk for some of my characters to be on. Let's do that. Shape, rectangle again. Just drag it out to fit. And let's pick a gray sidewalk. Just going to drag it over just a bit there. Now, my audience may not notice or know that I want it to be a street, so I'm going to put in some street painting. So once again, shape, rectangle, and just some dividing lines. My fill is going to be that golden color. Now I want a couple of these, so I'm going to click on it. I'm going to hit Control D and duplicate it, let's say 4 times. And I'm going to drag them out. Now this might bother me and you that they are not all evenly spaced out and at the same level. So Let's click on the first one and hold the Shift key to select them all. Then I'm going to use the Arrange tab. Arrange. First, I'm going to distribute them horizontally. So there they're evenly spread out. I'm going to hit Arrange again and Align. And let's say that we want the tops all to be at the same height. Oh, that wasn't what I want to do. Let's try that again. Arrange. I'm going to spread them out. Let's select them all again. Click the first one, hold Shift. Arrange. Distribute. I want to distribute them horizontally. Arrange. Align to the top. There we go. And I may want to center it just on my slide, so I'm going to drag it until I get to that red line. So those are 3 examples of building your own layered background.